Hey, good morning, everyone. Thursday's starting out well. I'm starting out with snow on the ground, about 4 inches. Okay, so, doggone that Facebook, right? Or is that, a good thing? So, let's. Hey, I'm going to look at this as a good thing, Facebook being down, because what it's going to do is pull some charts down, I think, to help us out maybe. It could cause a little bit of a problem today and tomorrow. It could. But it is what it is. We can't change it. So what we have to do is work with what we have here. So what I see, what we have here in the SPY. Good morning, John. Morning, TD, JW. How you guys doing? Fred. What I'm kind of seeing here is, we've got some bottoming action here. We actually have a pretty good reversal base going on, relief rally base, and we've done that. We've done a good job. So Facebook is causing us. Facebook is the big one. There's others out there too, but it's causing us to pull back a little bit, and we have to know. We had to know. All of us had to know. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Scott. Jim, John, you had to know we were getting too high up there. We've been talking about it. I know Doug at Right Way Options has been talking about it. We're just getting too stretched out here. So we're bound to see this pullback. And sure enough, Facebook pushed us over, helped us out. So what I have to wonder is, are we doing just what we need to be doing now? So a low to a high, let's go ahead and pull back. And then wait for those buy signals, and then maybe we come up and attack these highs right here. To me, I think this was actually a good thing, because the further we went up, is everybody getting sound? I see Thomas says no sound. I want to make sure that sound's actually coming through. Okay, good. Thanks, folks. So the further we got up, the more nervous I was getting. In fact, yesterday I was nervous. I bought those SPY puts, and they're going to pay well this morning. But it just makes me nervous as we just keep climbing without any kind of a rest. So I'm going to look at this as a very good thing, and now it's just a matter of following price. Wait for price to tell you what to do. Really, it is. And, if we just take this simple little chart, the Trendicator is still green. We'll see what it is, say at the end of the day. I'm not going to rush into anything. I'm going to let the chart work. I'm going to let everything just set up and then take advantage of this pullback if it is an advantage, if we start seeing a rebound here today or tomorrow or even next week. Anyway, that's what I see there. Qs are down, and the Qs yesterday, they never really got going yesterday, and here we're down here, so the Qs just aren't getting it going here. So we need to let the Qs work themselves out and start working. So I guess what I'm saying, I've already had 2 emails this morning where people were in trouble with this move down, and the worst thing in the world, I think, is to panic and take advantage of where you can take advantage, and let your stops work where your stops would work. I think that's very important. Okay, I've only got 4 charts here to look at today. We've got a full watch list, so if everyone's been keeping track of the charts every day we do here, that's the same watch list I use, and then I cultivate it. I'll weed out trash, and because not everything stays good, and then bring some of the cream to the top, whatnot. But I only have 4 today. GameStop. GameStop is still a short to me. Is it an absolute buy today? I don't know if it's going to be a buy today. I don't know what the candles are going to be doing here. But right now, this still looks like a short to me. I can clearly see that we have, a couple of hammer type candles in here that could be hammering out the bottom. Yeah, they could be. But until we get this follow through to the upside, I don't believe any of that. We've got this shooting high wick shooting star type candle. I don't believe that until we see follow through. That's the thing about candlesticks. They're just clues. They're not facts. They're just clues, is what they are. But to me, I see the trend is still down. I see GameStop heading back down into 51 and something. Okay, so that's still that's 45% down there. So GameStop's still a short. AMD, however, I think is a long, and I think it's setting up for a long. It does not mean today's the buy. It does not mean that tomorrow will be the buy. It doesn't mean Monday or Tuesday will be the buy. We're going to wait for it. We're going to wait for that setup. Number one, those red dots there, I want to be green. So I am just not interested in buying it right here. What I'm going to need to see is, excuse me, is bullishness, and then we're going to look for our typical entry of a rest sideways or rest to the downside like that. But I do think AMD is back in the game here. First target up here about 140, followed by somewhere around the 152 mark, and then somewhere around 162 up here. And this pattern right here, it's the same pattern we trade all the time. Low to a high to a higher low, and then let the bulls tell you it's time to come in. And I don't want to be that first bull. I want somebody else to lead. I want to see those bullish candles. Bank of America is setting up very nice. Here the Trendicator has flipped to the green side. We've got a low. Let me draw it here. We have time today. Blue. We have a low, a high, a higher low. We've got that higher high, and now we're working to break out here. Trendicator has been red. It is now turned to green. So let's just do this. Boom, right there. Now I'm looking for that green to last as long as it wants to last. I can't predict where it's going to stop. I can just extend it, something like that, and then the way to trade it for me anyway is follow the typical rallies, the pullbacks, the rallies, the pullbacks, the rallies, the pullbacks, that type of trade right in there. Watch for resistance around 48.50. We should see some resistance, and that should make a good target, followed by maybe challenging the top up here. The other one is Coke. Coke is looking pretty good. Very nice run here. Sellers took a hold of it. Buyers picked it up, and now we're back in the trend. So very easy. Just put a trend in there, and as long as we stay with those green dots, then the trend is still up. It's just a matter of finding those entries. And there's a couple of new people here too. Thank you and welcome, by the way. So entries here would be something like this. Here's the let me change that back. There we go. Here's the trap. The trap is this gray line. That's the T line, and here's the 3 EMA. So here we have a trend, and what I'm looking for is that trend to maintain the integrity, stay green, and then we're looking for rallies and pullbacks into the trap. So if let's do this here. Okay, let's just extend that line right there. I know it's not going to be perfectly straight, but I can't make it wiggly. I'm going to extend this one, and again, I can't I can't make it wiggly, so just make it straight here like that. So now, if Coke was to pop up, there certainly is a entry on a breakout. That's also a setup. But if not taken, then what happens? All stocks pull back. This is not a news flash. This is not a, oh wow, I just realized that. That should never be in anybody's mind. Stocks always pull back. So if for some reason you're not getting it in here and you like it, you miss it, whatever, just watch for that pullback inside that trap area and then look for those buyers to step in. So Rob is asking, I'm in Coke, can you make suggestions on a stop? No, I can't, Rob. And I'm being very serious here, okay? So this is your trade, okay? You've already said you're in Coke, so you should already have a stop. If you would like to share that, maybe then we'll talk about it. But just to suggest a stop after you're already in it goes against every trading rule in the world, okay? Sorry, I don't mean to be a butt here, but if you are already in it, you should have a plan. So what is your plan? And go ahead, we have a few minutes here. What was or what is your stop? And thanks for sharing, by the way. Just kind of wait for a second. I've been struggling big time with stops and didn't put one in. Okay. Thank you, Rob. And man, I want to talk with you today. I appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna chat a little bit. So here's number one. Number one, if you buy a stock, no, I'm sorry. Number two, if you buy a stock, number one, you've got to have a stop. You've got to have a plan. You can't just buy it and wish. You can't buy it and hope. You have to have a plan in here. Those that don't, you will fall in the category of 95% of all traders do not succeed. You will be one of those if you don't put that in place. So when you buy it, and I'm not saying you have to be right, and I'm not qualified to tell you if your trade is right. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to maybe push ideas, talk about, push the conversation like we are right now. That's what I'm here to do. And so, well, anyway, like I say, and you will be one of those, and you and anyone else out there that does not put a plan together will be one of those 95%ers that do not make it in trading if you don't put a plan together. So I look forward to let's talking about this more today, okay? And making sure that today, after today, you have a good idea of maybe where to put a stop. Things like that, okay? And again, Rob, thank you so much. My arms going out to you here. This kind of conversation is fantastic. I love this sort of stuff. So we'll definitely be talking about that today, okay? Thank you very much. All right, everyone. I'm going to shut her down here. Thanks again. And we'll see everybody here in a little while when the market opens, okay? You guys all take care. And again, Rob, thanks. Let's spend some time on this today. I think it's a great idea. Thank you.